if you were talking to a bunch of men,
let me just correct you. You have no idea what her culture is to even.
You told us on the last show what her culture. You said she was Russian, right?
You don't know their culture.
No, I know a little bit of. I spent a little time in Moscow.
Okay, so just because you don't know their culture.
Well, okay, so let me say what I do know about Russia.
Don't talk about what she can and cannot do according to her culture, because you have no idea what it is.
So the man asks that question, is it a certain way they should answer it for you? You know what I mean? Like you said, Willie, he's supposed to say, yes, my day is great. But then the woman with the pink shirt, is it a certain way that we should be answering your question once you say, how is your day? Is it a certain way we should respond
to
you?
Answer the question first. Of course, because we love you, we're going to listen to the rest of that shit you talked about, even though we don't give a fuck. We just want to know you had a good day. But we're still going to listen to it, but answer our question first. Y'all put the answer of our question, at the end of the sentence, and that's all the information we wanted. If I ask you what you want to eat, and you say, I don't know. So then I just pick something. And then you say, okay, well, I don't want that. So the real question is, as men that we understand now is, hey, babe, what do you not want to eat? So you can tell us, I don't want tacos, I don't want Italian, I don't want pizza. Bet. So when I say wings, shut the fuck up and get ready to eat. Like, because now we've asked you specifically and got specific information. You can explain why, like, you didn't want Italian, because the last spot we went to, it gave you heartburn. You had to sleep sitting up. The other one, you know what I'm saying, made your breath stink because the garlic was. That's cool after the fucking fact. I'm trying to make a decision and take action now. Give me the question I need, and then all the rest of the extra shit, the context behind it, the details, all the colorful adjectives. Cool. Answer the question we gave you first.
And the reason that we're asking the question is because we actually want to know, but we want to know, how are we going to address this? Because naturally ingrained in us, we're problem solvers. How is your day is an invitation to let me know how was it and what do I need to get prepared for. So do I need to get into problem solver mode, or do I need to get into celebration mode with you? I'm asking you that so you can let me know, and then we go into that. It's okay to answer the question.
That is so insane to me that y'all not recognizing that y'all do not care about what your own woman communicates. I'm telling you, hey, look, I've been married for 15 years successfully. If you want to stay single, go ahead and listen to that advice and not listen to your woman, and tell her how she's supposed to communicate as a woman, and tell her to be stoic and act like. It's insane. Women communicate a certain way. You should appreciate the way how a woman communicates, especially your woman.
See, this is what happens when you use words all willy-nilly. Nobody said shit about a woman talking stoic. We said get to the damn fucking point first. Be direct. Answer the questions you were asked. But again, Sharon, you can't use your marriage as an example. Like, it doesn't apply here. It doesn't apply to any of these women on the panel and any of these women in the chat. Your wife comes from a background and culture where a lot of the things that we deal with in ours are not present. So now, if you were talking to a bunch of men,
let me just correct you. You have no idea what her culture is
You told us on the last show what her culture. You said she was Russian, right?
You don't know their culture.
No, I know a little bit of. I spent a little time in Moscow.
Okay, just because you don't know their culture.
Well, okay, so let me say what I do know about
don't
Russia.
Talk about what she can and cannot do according to her culture, because you have no idea what it is.
I do know that Russian men are very, 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 very strong leaders, and that Russian women are submissive to their men. So I get that.
Right. So and again, you don't know their culture.
I absolutely mean. I may not know the culture that you guys have in your household.
That's not what I'm trying to get you to understand.
You can't know the culture in the country. I've spent a lot of time over there, so I know a little bit about it.
Yeah, but that's not what's happening.
That culture that you're talking about doesn't apply to any of these women, because a lot of these women, especially the ones that agree with you, couldn't find Russia on a map. So you're sitting here telling us about what works in your marriage when none of us up here are even looking for Russian women. None of us up here have the Russian women in their proximity. So you can't advise us about how your 15-year marriage to a Russian woman would work with all of us who date black women. True, correct me if I'm wrong. Fresh, do y'all date black women, correct?
I date women of color.
Well, I'm sorry, True. My bad. I ain't mean to put you in a box, dog.
You good. International player.
You good.
I did not mean to put you in a box. I swear to God, I didn't. My fault, big dog. We good. We good. So again, what you're saying works in your marriage. It would work with people who are married to women with your wife's cultural background. We can agree there at least. Even say I don't know about her.
No, we cannot. No, we cannot. Because what I'm saying is in general for women that, because you said it yourself, women communicate with more words.
Mm-hmm.
Women communicate a certain way. It doesn't matter if she's Russian, Spanish, Black, American, white. That has nothing to do with what I'm communicating at all, because you yourself admitted it. This is the crazy one. Y'all don't even hear yourself
American
talk,
women.
and y'all try to. And so again, you yourself said women communicate with more words.
Yes,
and
American
what I was trying to explain to you is that we as men got to say we have to love women for what women are. If women communicate with more words, we need to love that about women.
Or we need to
if women are going to be late to restaurants, we need to love that about women.
So basically, women want to be hoes. Women don't want to be respectful of our time.
I know women also like to interrupt as well. So, that's another thing as well. Go ahead.
If you're saying that we should love all the shitty bad things about women instead of correcting and leading with love and teaching them, then again, maybe you're right. I don't understand Russian culture. However, in our culture, that's not something that we can't afford to do that, because letting women slide and all this other shit is what turns women into Melissa Fords.
What, a happy woman? So she says she's happy. So you saying that if we was to listen to our women and they become happy, that's a problem?
No, they become happy liars.
This is the insane part about it. All I'm saying is that this woman has not communicated that she is in distraught or distress. All she says that she's descended men and she's living her best life that she could possibly have at the moment.
Sharon, would you like me to send you her complaining about men? Would you like
that? Is what we talking about, the video at hand. So whatever video that she had before to compare to now is two different versions of herself. So she said decent to men. That's what she's talking about in this video that we are watching.
I know Keisha trying to get in there. Go ahead, Keisha.
There was the trick bag. I just want you to see it live.
Go ahead, Keisha.
So I'm 46. Okay, let's change it a little bit. I'm 46. I'm single. I don't have any kids. I feel like I'm successful in my own right. Like Melissa, right? I don't have Melissa money, right? Got it. But in my own right, degrees, all that great things, right? But oftentimes, retirement, all that. But oftentimes I catch myself wondering, and I'm just being honest, and I like to tell stories, but not 46 and goofy. But anyways, I realized that part of the reason why I'm single is a lot of times and I'm happy with, to Bo's point, I'm happy with who I am as a person, right? I'm happy that I've got to this level in life. Okay, but oftentimes I catch myself like, I got all this, but nobody to share it with, if that makes sense. I done accomplished all these things. I know Sharon has talked about all these things that his daughter has and all of that, but then what? You know what I mean? Like True says, we put on this earth to procreate, right? We're here to, based on what you believe, right? To procreate, to love, all that stuff. So my question is, I'm going to say my statement for me is, I consistently run into men who, and it could be something about my choosing. So don't be tagging me, right? But I think that I pick men who say one thing a lot of times, and they, at the beginning, is all this, but as time goes on, they're not consistent. Like,
give us an example.
Give us an example,
please.
Okay. I met this guy one time last year. I probably told y'all this story back in the day, Willie. But I met this guy last year, and one of the things I asked was about, how does he feel about communication? I asked him, how does he feel about dating? I think I'm somewhat of an extrovert, so I like to go to things, right? I like lounges, cigar lounges. I like different things, right? He says I'm an introvert. However, I want to learn how to be more extroverted, right? He sends flowers. He's want to go on these dates. He's doing all the things. He's communicating consistently at the beginning. I'm gonna say for a good month. Say a good month. But then, and excuse me, y'all. But then, and I've never been intimate with him. He's just like, I asked him after a month, when's the next date, right? Like, first of all, why am I asking for when's the next date, right? But he says he felt like being an introvert, going on a date once a month was enough for him. He's like, that's enough for me. I'm good with that. And the flowers stop, the calls slowly stop, all that. I'm like, well, dang. Well, I asked you at the very beginning, this. You said you wanted to do this. Now, and I consistently kind of run into that. Like communication issues, don't know how to say what they mean and mean what they say. That's my issue. I don't care about Melissa Ford, but I'm just sharing y'all. So maybe y'all can give me some light.
I think that one example of that gentleman and him being introverted and you being more extroverted, that's just one example. But